let's say hello to our first guest tonight. It's England rugby legend Mike Tindall. Hiya, Mike. Good to see you.
Very good to see you too.
I know you could hear that just then, all about, society going cashless. And people say, don't they, I'm like the Queen, I don't carry cash. But what about when your children have their birthdays? Does she send money in the card?
No, my mum and dad still do though. They still send it. They ring you 25 times to check that it's arrived in post, and I'm like,
yes, they do. Yes,
transfer it. So yeah, we haven't quite changed my mum and dad yet, but no, it doesn't. I'd like to say it doesn't arrive in the post from the Queen.
That's sort of disappointing.
You're devastated, aren't you? You were really expecting that.
Like some aunties even used to sellotip the coins in, didn't they, when it was like just £2.
Oh.
Yeah, the days of the coins when they were coming in envelopes, I think they're long gone though now. Inflation's definitely sorted that out. Kids are expecting notes now, aren't they?
Oh, they'd be absolutely fuming. Now, Boris is hoping to get sports fans in England back in stadiums by October, and they think that because of rapid COVID testing, this could be a possibility. What is a rapid COVID test? Because I know you've had one recently.
Yeah, basically, I'm involved with a company called VST Enterprises, and they want to get fans back into sport. So a rapid COVID test is basically a finger prick, as you can see there. It's 1 minute sort of administration, and then it's 10 minutes before you get your results. And it's basically the result is then uploaded onto your digital health passport, which you can then use to buy tickets to events and when you enter stadiums. So it works on a traffic light system from green to red. As long as you're green, you can buy tickets for events and you can enter stadiums. If you get a notification if you hit amber to have another test, and if you hit red, you won't be allowed in the stadium, you won't be allowed to buy tickets, is essentially what it is.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see if that is up and running by October. But, like lots of sport, rugby, of course, has been hit hard. Good news, though, the season restarts on Friday. And to coincide very nicely, Mike, you've got a new rugby podcast coming out as well.
Like you planned it.
So even the advert...
all came together perfectly, didn't it?
It did. And I mean, even the trail, which is like a minute long or something, it went massive, didn't it?
Yeah, we've been very lucky from the old show that we did that a lot of our listeners have quickly transferred over, but we have just been knocked off by Chris himself, unfortunately.
And my wife.
His podcast. I'd like to say we haven't done a show yet, though, Chris, so we're coming back at you, hopefully tomorrow. But,
hey, look forward to it, man. Look forward to it. Don't worry, every trailer goes to the top for a day. I'm glad you enjoyed your time.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're just on a decline.
I'm joking, I'm totally joking.
No, so we had such a good time with the old podcast that we wanted to do our own thing to be able to allow us to expand a little bit and do whatever we wanted to do. And, we've always talked about on the show, we get people who've quit sport and finished sport and what they're going to do next. And, Hasker's, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, it's pretty much failed at everything that he's done since he retired at rugby. He tried to be a fighter and he failed at that. Sky Sports had him on and he had a feedback mic in it and he started slurring his words and sounded like he was drunk. So I think we've found something he's good at. So we started up a production company to sort of settle into this and hopefully produce our own stuff. And hopefully, sports pods are massive now and people coming out with sport. And hopefully if we do that, we can give other people a chance to go and do their thing.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Hask won't describe it as that way, but he's not here, so...
Yeah, he'll deny everything you've said there. I know him personally. I know he'll absolutely deny every single thing you've said there, yeah, but I'm definitely going to look up that Sky Sports clip because that sounds brilliant.
Exactly. Your mother-in-law, Princess Anne, is 70 very shortly. Is it Saturday? Have you got a barbecue or something planned?
We did have plans. It would have been up in Scotland, but obviously with COVID and obviously Aberdeen has been locked down a bit. I think everything's been scaled back a little bit, but it's a shame. I'm sure we'll do something as a family to celebrate her 70 amazing years. She's just an incredible woman in terms of how much work she can get through in a year. So we will be doing something as yet. I don't know whether she knows, so I'm not going. My lips are sealed.
Nice.
Fair enough.
In a moment, we're going to be finding out what's been keeping people all over the country smiling in the last few months during all of this. So what's it been for you?
Mine's probably been a little bit of both smiling and crying. Is just how much time I've got to spend with the kids over this COVID period. Obviously, I work a lot in hospitality, and that's obviously had nothing to do over the. So I got to spend a lot of time with the children, and Elena's at that age now, just turned 2, where she literally changes in weeks. You notice every time someone comes around and hasn't seen her for 4 days, they notice something different. I'm not enjoying where she is right now in terms of she's learned to get out of a bag when she's asleep and climb out of the cot. So
annoying.
This morning she managed to wake Mia up and come down and was stood at the end of our bed at 4 o'clock in the morning and put her back to bed, and before you know it, she was back there again. So
it's like trying to put David Blaine to bed every night, isn't it? Yeah.
You're so cute.
It is a tricky
you're so cute
phase.
during the day. You're so cute during the day. Just if you could stay in bed, that'd be great.
Oh, she is a cutie, though. Hey, Mike, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to hearing the podcast. Chris is slightly nervous about it, but the rest of us looking forward to it.
Not at all, thank you.
No, don't worry, Chris. I'll give you a nudge wink when you're back to number 2.
Thanks very much.
Cheers,
It's like we're in
Mike.
Austin Powers right now. You're number 1 when I'm number 2.
All right, mate, thank you very much. Absolute dreamer, him. The podcast, The Good, The Bad and The Rugby is available to listen to from